So this right here is the Redmi 15C 5G. Apparently the 15C 4G did so well, Xiaomi decided why not do a 5G version. But how much better is this compared to the 4G version or compared to what the competition is offering? So Xiaomi decided to give us a 5G version of their 15C, which was an already decent phone. But then this one comes with a processor that allows you to use faster internet. But you still have to keep in mind that this is an entry-level phone regardless of the 5G. If you look at other phones around this price point, they are mostly 4G phones. And I think only Samsung with the A06 5G is offering a 5G phone. This costs about 174,000 naira. That's a bit priced above the 4G version. That is the 15C 4G. And it's the one with 4 gigs of RAM. I recommend going for the higher RAM version. I'm sure you understand why. But if the 4G version is the least or is the most you can find and you want 5G, you have to manage it. Now we could say the Redmi 15C 5G is a phone that sits just a bit above the 15C 4G but below the Redmi 15. Yes, even the Redmi 15 4G, and then there's also Redmi 15 5G, and then there's the Redmi Note series, and then there is the, you know where I'm heading with this, entry-level phone. At first glance, when you look at the Redmi 15C 5G, it looks interesting. It looks a fine phone. It doesn't look like a budget phone at all, especially because of this pattern on the dusk purple version. There are other color options, but I believe this is the best looking one. You start to know it's a budget phone when you turn to that display. Bezels are plenty. Everyone has been complaining about the bezels, but it's an entry-level phone. You can't have it all. Although yes, there are phones that have a hole punch display with maybe slightly slimmer bezels, but then you are going to be looking at options from Tecno, Infinix, Itel. Even Samsung at this price point gives you a U-notch with chunky bezels too. This one is just more sizable and it's Redmi's offering. Now, what should you expect from this review? First off, if you came here trying to find out if the 15C 5G is a better phone than the 4G version or is better than most of the competition, it is slightly above the 4G version like I said before, but it is basically the 15C 4G but with faster internet. Other option will be from Samsung's, I think, A06 5G. I don't think there's a 5G version for the A07 yet. So as I said earlier, this is basically the 15C 4G but with a 5G processor. That is to say, the user experience is mostly going to be the same, even down to the unboxing experience, the same charging speed, the same display specifications, everything is the same, including the overall performance. And when I did my unboxing of this phone, everybody kept commenting on the huge bezels. And like I've mentioned before, at this price point, this is what you get unless you are picking Tecno, Infinix, or Itel. Now, one thing that makes this stand out just a bit compared to what we have out there has to be its size, 6.9 inches. That's massive, and I believe an advantage for media consumption if you love watching a lot of videos and probably playing a lot of games. And also, aside the fact that it's a 720p LCD display, it's a bit colorful. It looks good for an LCD display, especially for this price point. And then it has a high refresh rate of 120 Hz. As always, if you watch most of my videos, I will complain that there is no need for a 720p display having 120 Hz. 90 Hz is enough, but I guess higher is always better. It also gets decently bright for outdoor use. The refresh rate ensures smooth operation for the most part, scrolling through applications and some smooth animations. But again, it's an entry-level phone, so you have to manage your expectations. Don't expect mid-range to flagship level of smoothness for 120 Hz. It's still choppy sometimes. Now let's talk performance. This one has a Dimensity 6300 processor after all. Based on numbers, based on benchmark scores, the Dimensity 6300 is a better processor on paper than the G81 Ultra that we have on the 4G version. But in the overall user experience day to day, it still gives you that similar budget performance, occasional lags, especially when the phone has been idle for a while. It takes some time to get up to speed, sometimes up to a minute, and then switching between apps, you would observe noticeable lags. But then, since it's 5G, it gives you faster internet, and then it should be able to handle just a bit more in terms of the applications you intend to run. But all in all, it is still an entry-level phone. And right now what I have is the one with 4 gigs of RAM. If you can, as much as possible, go for the 6 gig version or 8 gig version. That will give you far better experience in multitasking. This 4 gig version I have here, I have noticed some lags. So I'm not going to say the Dimensity processor significantly improves its performance, but yeah, it has the edge over the 4G version. That one is the G81 Ultra. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, you are still going to experience lags regardless of the fact that we have a Dimensity 6300 here, and that is expected. It is an entry-level phone. I think I've said that too many times in this video, but I'm sure you understand why. Another area where the 15C 5G stands out when it comes to its overall performance is the battery life. 6000 mAh battery. Now that is the same capacity as the 4G version, but it makes sense that they kept the same here. Although if you are going to be using this much with 5G, it's not going to last as long as with the 4G version, but 6000 mAh is pretty good enough for a 5G budget phone. You are still going to get at least a day of use from it. As for charging, it's still 33 watts. It will take some time to charge if completely drained. So how is the gaming performance? In more straightforward terms, can it game? Short answer, yes. Long answer, it can game if the kind of games you are trying to play are like low-level games, nothing too advanced. I mean, you can play Call of Duty Mobile on low graphics as long as you don't expect it to play high graphics or high frame rates. You will be just fine. Just don't keep your expectations high. You are going to experience some lags when you've played for some time, and then the graphics are not going to look the best. So realistically, it can game a bit, but don't get your hopes up. It's not a gaming phone. You know you need a much higher budget if you are buying a phone for gaming. The software here is still Android 15 and HyperOS, good for the most part for their entry-level phones, but it's still lacking compared to the competition when it comes to multitasking. There is no split screen here, there is no pop-up. You just have to deal with running one app at a time. As for the cameras, it is still just the same configuration as the 4G versions, 50 megapixel main and 8 megapixel selfies. You want to stick to ideal lighting conditions and you will get impressive results for an entry-level phone. Images come out surprisingly good when used right, including with the selfie and the rear cameras. Just don't test its limits by taking it for low light photos. You won't get good results. So the Redmi 15C 5G is a nice phone. It's a decent phone, and I would say it's going to be for somebody who wants an entry-level phone with fast internet. You're not expecting it to do the most, you're not expecting it to perform like the higher phones, but then when you want to download something from the internet, it's going to be faster than your average entry-level phone. So again, I recommend this for someone who wants a phone that can do the basics but doesn't have to worry about slow internet speed. I mean, as long as your network provider has 5G, it is going to support it. So one more question, is this a recommendable phone? For the most part, yes, there are not many 5G phones at this price point. If you want a better performing phone, you have to increase your budget and go for something higher, either the 15 series or the Note series. Better still, you can just wait a little because the Note 15 series already launched globally and will probably get here in January. You can go for the Samsung option, which is still going to be the A06 5G, which I wouldn't really recommend significantly over this one except for its software. But then you can go for the higher A series, maybe the A17 or the A16, or you go for the Tecno or Infinix options. They actually have good ones, but then you might have to forfeit 5G. But all in all, or should I say overall, the Redmi 15C 5G is a recommendable phone if you want something that gets the job done. Not too high expectations, fast internet, you will run your basic applications very well, one app at a time, no split screen multitasking, but yeah, it gets the job done. You can give this to someone, and again, get the dusk purple color, it looks better, and also avoid the 4 gig version if you can. With that said, catch you in the next one.